Right, 5 minutes. Here we go.
Thank you very much. Please raise your hands if you have heard of Parkinson's disease. Cerebral palsy? Multiple sclerosis? Great, all of us. Let me tell you today about dysfunction affecting people 4 times more than Parkinson's, MS, or CP. Just imagine this situation. One is asking, "How are you?" The second is silent. But the first person doesn't give up and asks again, "How's your family?" Silence. This second friend can't talk, and if she wanted to, she just speaks babble. Can't write, don't understand her friend. These are all effects of aphasia. Good evening, my name is Paweł. Today I will tell you about people who have lost the basic way to communicate their needs or feelings. Aphasia is a disability of communication when words are held hostage by the brain, usually due to stroke. And yet, only 9% of people recognize aphasia, while it occurs more frequently than Parkinson's. Yearly, 15 million people suffer from a stroke. Every 4th victim has not yet 40, and 30% of them have aphasia. A Canadian study analyzing 66,000 cases stated that aphasia has a greater negative impact on the quality of life than cancer or Alzheimer. Why? Because the intellect of people with aphasia is intact, and they are locked in their minds. One person's illness affects an entire group of people. Wife loses her husband, child loses their father. Sometimes the family loses the only source of income. This is a real social problem. Sure, patients are not alone. If they are lucky, they can get 45 minutes therapy once a week. But research states a minimum 5 hours a week can give satisfactory effect. Currently, one speech therapist may operate 1 patient at the same time, caring for maximum 8 patients in total. With 16,000 speech therapists and 1,300,000 patients only in the US, this is unmanageable. And in my opinion, in times to come, that will only get worse due to population growth and medical professionals in decline. At Neurodevice, we have found a way to address and solve this problem. With our disruptive innovation, there, I said it, I hate these words, with our solution, we found a way how to accelerate more therapies and to carry off more patients. With our solution, one speech therapist may operate few patients at once. Faster rehabilitation, patient-centered care, and liberated procedures normally carried out at hospital. We've been built a headset that works on the principle of neuromodulation. The electrical impulses stimulate brain areas responsible for speech. Stimulation changes the excitability of neurons and promotes formation of new connections in the brain. Brain plasticity is boosted, which speeds up and improves the effectiveness of rehabilitation. We offer a comprehensive system, not only the stimulator, but also a suite of rehabilitation tasks for home-based therapy. Finally, we created a payment system, rehabilitation as a service. It will not only be a fair way of accounting for therapy sessions, but also will help us to motivate patients to this therapy. All of this wouldn't have been possible without combined skills of this team: engineers, neuroscientists, and clinicians. We create devices for neurological diagnostics and therapy and cooperate with many universities around the world. For millions of patients, every day is a struggle with and in their own body. Let's give them a tool to help overcome this condition. Let's give a voice to those who need it. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Paweł. Question time. Couple of minutes.
How big is this opportunity? Because you said there's 1 million people in the US. How much do you charge per patient, and how much are you currently generating, and how much is the potential?
Mm-hmm. We would like to charge about 60 euro per session. Normally, it's 80 euro per session with therapists, but with our software and with our hardware, we would like to fit around this this cost between our patient rehabilitation by himself and rehabilitation with therapists. How big is this market? It's difficult to say now because the reports from around the world are very poor, I can say, because only UK and US have good report of this type of diseases. And we know that about 30% of victims of a stroke have aphasia. So if yearly we have 15 million people with stroke, it's about 5 million people yearly with aphasia.
And you have tested this? Does it work?
Yes, we've tested it, and not only we, because we cooperate with universities, with Goldsmith University, UCL, Oxford, and they've tested it. We can say that
there are no negative side effects.
It depends. It depends because there are some cases of seizures after stimulation, but we are not be able to say that it's after our stimulation, because seizure is the normal situation after stroke.
Because what you described seems to me like a big opportunity. I would like to use this when I'm learning something new, because my neurons are more excited. They are opening new connections. Is this just for therapy, or it can be also learned for education?
It can be. It can be. Okay. There are few startups which are working on this. The first from Malmö, they offer this solution for depression treatment. This methodology is approved by FDA for depression, for brain tumor therapy, and for pain. And it's one very interesting startup from Silicon Valley, Hilo Neuro. They offer this type of stimulation close to our stimulation.
Pavel,
maybe not this type.
That's it, basically. We're much over time.
Okay.
So we're through. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
2 minutes have passed. Can I just